additional programs, but these programs mainly are attractive for the full-time students. For the part-time students, I told you, 2 days a week in
Right.
school, 3 days,
3 days
in the
in.
job.
Yeah.
If we have, for example, if this part-time student, if his lessons go from 8 till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, then the boss of the company where he works says, when you finish school, you come to my company to work, because we work till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 6. If
Okay.
this student would say, I go to school in the afternoon, I go for football,
He'll say, see you later.
he would say,
Right.
okay, then you stay with your football and I
Right.
take somebody else.
But the fact that they're getting paid is a real incentive for the student.
Of course.
If they weren't getting paid, then it would probably be more difficult.
Right? And
Right.
I told you, these part-time students, they do not have a contract with us, with our school. We are kind of service for this system,
Right.
for the theoretical
Aber wir
part.
haben ja das Gesetz, dass die Berufsschulen pflichtig sind. Der Arbeitgeber muss sie entsenden.
And is this a contract from the state?
Yes,
Oh, it's a state contract that they give to the
the employer
employer.
must send the students here. He cannot decide on his own if he wants to send or not. He must send the
Right.
students to,
By law.
By law.
By law.
that is correct, but he must send the students only for the time that he has lessons here.
Correct.
And now we come to another point we talked about in the morning. If it is a good student, if he does a very good job in his company, and if the boss says, I would like to have him as worker later, maybe when this student comes to the boss and says, and there is a special event at school, can I go there in the afternoon after school? The boss will say, hey, go ahead, do it.
Mm-hmm.
But if the student is not good, he's lazy in the company, he's lazy in school, when this student will ask his boss will say, hello,
Mm-hmm.
you come to work. And
But
that's
do
part
you-
of the deal.
Do you ever get situations where the employer calls here and says, I'm just not happy with the,
Of course,
Yeah.
we also have situations that we call the employer and say, we are not happy with the behavior of your apprentice here at school.
really?
Yes, of course. And then we have to make discussions, and that helps very long.
And then the employer ends up talking to the person and says, look,
Approach for dropouts. The system here is completely different. We can offer a wide range of possibilities. And then we look every year how many of the kids have found something for themselves.
Mhm.
And then there are special programs to take care for the students or for the young people who did not find something. You understand? The way is different. We have a wide range of offers.
Mhm.
And then we look into these young people who did not find something, and we try to find out what was the problem, why did they not find something. And very often, also in our school, we find that they are officially 16, 17 years old, but in their mind, they are still 14.
Correct.
They don't know, they don't know what they want, even at the age of 16, 17.
Yes.
And then also we here in the school, we have certain programs, especially for these kind of kids, to bring them in contact, in real manual contact with certain kinds of professions. We often show them the carpenter shop and they have to do some practical work, and we put them in the metal workshop and so on, so that they get an idea of what they want.
And then maybe then after that, they would pick and at least have some direction.
Right.
So you try to focus them on a direction where in many students in America, they don't have a direction. And this is, in my opinion, why there's such a high dropout rate.
And as a support, also from this labor agency, they offer programs in workshops. They come to us and we have this problematic students, and then they go to a workshop, and then here we have a student, he is not very smart, he is not very good yet. If you take him in your workshop, we pay first year.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to spend any money on this boy or girl, but if you just take him, and then the boy or girl goes there, and maybe after 6 weeks, 8 weeks, after 2 months, he finds out, oh, that would be interesting for me, and he remains there for another 2 years to finish the profession.
Has Germany, like the United States has outsourced many jobs to China and India
Of course,
and other has German industry outsourced a lot?
of course.
So they've outsourced a lot, but yet they still produce things here. There's still a fair amount of manufacturing going on. I mean, they make Mercedes-Benz here, they make BMWs here, they have these plants here.
Yes, of course, but you're always thinking about industrial systems.
Correct.
The money for a German hour of labor, I don't know, is very, very high.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Chinese people work for less money. So a lot of industrial jobs went to other countries. And because of this, it has always become more and more difficult to find jobs for low qualified people. But the car, for example, which is sold in Germany, must be repaired in Germany. If you drive around with a car, you don't send it to China for repair. It
Right.
must be done here.
Correct.
So if you have a problem in your house and you need new plumbing system,
Plumber,
you
electrical,
can't ask
mechanic.
a Chinese mechanic to repair your house. Doesn't make sense.
Right,
So there are jobs here which can only be done in your country.
right. But still, I look at a lot of plants here
Hmm?
in Duisburg and around here, there's still a fair amount of manufacturing and industrial,
Of course,
so it hasn't all gone away.
it has not all gone away.
Right.
What has gone away is what we call cheap labor, simple production jobs.
Very low end,
Right.
low skilled, that
Low-
anybody can do. Right.
And the only chance for a country like Germany with high labor costs, such as yours, is to be, what did you say in the morning, always to be on the state of the art,
Right,
Always
state of
to
the
be
art,
up
cutting
front.
edge, innovative in the front.
innovative, to invent new things.
Right,
And if you have invented a new product,
Yeah.
and maybe you need special skills, and you have the skills here, it doesn't make sense to send it to China to teach them how to do it, then you do it here.
correct, correct. And then,
Wir müssen, das ist unser Vorteil, wir müssen ökonomisch arbeiten. Das heißt, unsere Arbeitskosten müssen in Relation zu den Produkten irgendwo stimmig sein. Auch wenn wir hohe Arbeitskosten haben, kriegen wir unsere Produkte ja verkauft. Also unser Weg kann nur sein, dass wir irgendwo insgesamt ökonomisch arbeiten. Mir fällt jetzt dieser verdammte wirtschaftliche Fachbegriff nicht ein. Wir müssen eine gewisse Rendite, aber das...
All companies in the world, not only German companies, they must make profit to survive.
correct,
That's
that's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game, right? So, if you, or hey, good example, McDonald's. Somewhere I read in a magazine that McDonald's has so many people working there, for example, for cleaning and for all these things, because buying machines to do this would be more expensive than hire the people.
Correct,
That means that you pay low money for these people.
Wir müssen effektiv arbeiten, das ist unsere Chance.
So you must be effective. And in Germany, for example, when a country like Germany, they want to produce something here, that can only mean that they have ideas how to produce the product cheaper than in China,
correct,
even if you have higher labor costs.
right,
And if you go in a modern car industry, in a factory, we went to Mercedes when you
Yeah.
picked up your car in Bremen, there is a big hall, and there are maybe 10 people running around, and all the rest is done by robots.
that's correct. Everything is, my understanding is for every job that's being outsourced in the US these days, 10 are being replaced by robots.
Ja,
You know?
ja.
Technology.
Ja.
But now, to service and to maintain these robots,
You must
you need
have
high qualified people.
staff to do that, correct.
And these are not the people which we call dropouts here.
Yes.
You know, this must be high qualified people, and you must provide